Hey, what's up? It's your girl Neek, and you're tuned in to Neek at Night. And my voice is still almost gone. And I was trying to not go talk again until my voice was all the way back. But it is what it is. I'm coming in here to speak real quick and just say some things because there's a lot of narratives that people are going around and saying. There's a lot of people talking. There's a lot of chatter. There's a lot of false timelines being presented. And there's a lot of twisted information being repeated, regurgitated, and spewed that is false. And so I'm just going to come here to correct some of the things that people are saying that are false because I don't if you're going to speak on me, and a lot of people started to say, oh, Neek, she doesn't want people to speak on her. I don't care what you say about me. I don't care who speaks on me. But if you speak on me, let your words be facts, okay? And let your words ring truth. And don't lie about a situation or change something for your benefit. So that's my problem and that's my issue. And that's the reason why I'm here today, to clear up some things. First of all, I went on my platform and I talked about the word fish, and I basically was saying that I don't like the word, period. I don't like to be called fish. I seen a video that T.S. Madison did, and in T.S. Madison video, she was referring to a woman as fish. She was referring to the woman in Indianapolis as fish. And I said, despite the reason why the person who has sent me her video wanted me to talk about it, I said, yeah, I understand, you were kind of mad at what she said about the woman, but I don't really like the word fish. Me having a discussion on my channel was not something that I needed to do to get views off of her name. Let's start there. I have been putting out videos all week that was hitting left and right. So I don't need to use a T.S. Madison name to get a view. I was getting views regardless, period, all week. So let's start there. I put your name because I was talking about you. That's why your name was there. Not because I needed your name to have a view. I put your name there because that's what I was talking about. Like I put the name of each and every other individual before you that got hella views before you. I put their name because that's who I was talking about, okay? I don't need your name to get views. Okay, because as you can see, these are each different situations that got views that don't got nothing to do with you. But people will not do the research. So here I am to correct you on it if you're going to spew something about me that is false. I don't care what you say. You could like me, not like me, talk about me. I don't give a fuck. But at least if you're talking, speak in fact. Let's start there. The whole situation yesterday, I went into T.S. Madison live towards the end, and I didn't even see in the beginning where she was basically saying oh, and you better take the name out. I took the name out just because I took it out because I went on the end and I'm like, bitch, I don't need your name to get a fucking view. But then I seen that when I went back and caught the replay that you was talking all this big shit, bitch, you don't scare me at all. And I don't like the fact that people are twisting me dropping a tear in anger as me being weak or intimidated. Here we are with all of these views without your fucking name. Period. My videos were getting views without you. I don't need you to get views. Let's start there. Number 2, I'm not scared of you. And number 3, if you're going to talk in fact. Period. Because I don't hate trans women. I've always bigged you up. And since people are not going to do the research, and since you're going to try to spin a narrative, let me correct you, boo, because you went on your platform and you made it like I hate trans, I hate you, like I don't like you, and that's the only reason I have a problem with the word fish. I have a problem with the word fish just simply, I just don't like it. It's not an attack on your character. It's not an attack on you as a person. I'm not downing you as a person. I'm not trashing your character. I'm simply saying I don't like that word. I've always championed your show. I've always bigged you up. I've always felt like in that situation, I felt like Kaya was wrong. And I've always promoted your raggedy trash ass. And you showed your true colors yesterday when in the way in which you went about this situation and tried to spin it as if I have a hate for transgenders and as if it's my motive to use you for views. Bitch, I've been getting views. I don't need you for motherfucking views. And you tried to say, and people went back and they tried to say, oh, T.S. Madison read you. She didn't read a motherfucking thing. She said, oh, I started this, da-da-da-da-da. No, bitch, I've been doing this shit for over 10 years, been in the industry over 10 years. You could talk about that to other content creators who haven't been in the biz. I've been on and off of YouTube. I've been on and off the block. I've been on and around the block. I've been getting checks on and off of YouTube. I'm a self-made bitch just like you a self-made bitch. Let's get that straight. First and foremost. And I had a lot of respect for you, and I've always bigged you up, and that was my problem, that I was not trying to tear you down, and you spent it like I have hate for you, and I've always championed you. So if people are gonna talk, if you're gonna say anything, get the motherfucking story straight. I'm not scared of not no bitch on YouTube, period. So don't ever try to make it seem like the reason why I dropped a tear is because I'm trying to get sympathy. I dropped a tear because I was mad and I was angry that you, out of all people who I've always motherfucking had respect for, I've always championed you, I've always promoted you and bigged you up, how you would turn me simply saying, I don't like this word, into me hating transgenders or me needing your name for a motherfucking click and a view when I've been getting fucking views. I don't need you for a view. I've been getting views. Period. So let's start there. But since people aren't going to do the research because they're just going to take what you say as face value and try to turn it into this homophobic, transphobic thing, let me remind you of the times I've championed you all along. Let me remind you, because people won't do the research, just like they have the incorrect timeline of the situation. I did a video about me not liking the term fish. It was not an attack on T.S. Madison's character. You turned around and did this response video before the podcast. I didn't at you in a negative way before this. I came at the situation with balance. I had a trans person to speak on your behalf because I wanted to be fair and I wanted it to be a safe haven and a safe space to just communicate amongst each other so that we can create dialogue and talk amongst each other. It was not to tear you down. You came with this funky ass video in response to me simply saying, I don't like that word. And you came with this video and you tried to taunt the fact that you're getting your makeup done by a woman. And you tried to taunt the fact that, oh, anybody who has something to say, oh, they're insecure. Oh, they pussy must stink. Da 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 da. Oh, I'm getting my makeup done by a woman. This is when I added you. You trying to make it seem like I came for you negatively first. No, I came from you negatively after you made this trash ass video in response to me only saying I don't like the word and I wasn't attacking you. And nobody on my platform attacked you. But you came back and you attacked me. And I wasn't attacking you. And it wasn't a situation where, people trying to infiltrate in gay spaces and infiltrate into anything. You were on your public platform, just like I was on my public platform. And you said that a woman in Indianapolis was fish. You called her fish and you referred to a woman as fish. But then you changed the narrative and you tried to make it seem like, oh, I'm not talking to you as fish, or I'm not saying, like, no, you referred to women, period, as fish. And I said, women, period, should not be called fish because I don't like the word. And other women chimed in and said they didn't like the word. And that was that. But let me remind you that I've always championed you, since you want to try to spin this as, oh, she don't like me, and that's why she's saying that. I didn't never not like you. I've always bigged your ass up. And I felt highly upset with how the narrative twisted, because I always had respect for you. And I thought better of you. Like, when I talk about other people on this platform, and, you know, it won't affect me. Like, if a Cardi B came at me, if a Nicki Minaj came at me, I would be like, okay, all right, you know, and I'll go toe-to-toe with them. I expected something different from you. That's what it was. So don't try to change it. Like, I said something, she can't take it. I could take whatever. I could go toe to toe with whoever. I was angry at how you tried to twist it and tried to make it seem like I have a hate for you. And you tried to twist it like I need your name for views. And you tried to twist it like I was being malicious, and I wasn't. And I've always championed you. That was my problem. That was the issue that I had. That was the problem that I had. So like I said, let me play this.
To Neek at Night. If you're a subscriber to my channel, then you know I heavily covered the fallout between T.S. Madison and Kaya. Things got really, really messy, and they threw shade back and forth and back. Well, there's been speculation as to who's going to be the new judge on the Queen's Court. T.S. Madison did her live show, and she basically said that the Queen's Court will go on with or without Kaya. And then she came back to let everybody know that the Queen's Court will go on without Kaya, and basically telling people that she will have a replacement.
I'm a bitch that don't do bad business. I ain't run off with y'all money, bitch, so I'm going to keep my own. I will be fat the show on. Bitch, I ain't business.
Rock, then you don't know who Tiffany Pollard is, or if you're too young, you probably don't know who she is. But Tiffany Pollard, she made her claim to fame on Flavor of Love. Back then, she was called New York, and she went on Flavor of Love, and then she went from Flavor of Love for the Love of Have To. Also, another people know, a piece of her mind, letting people know that she is the HBIC. She is that bitch. So T.S. Madison and Tiffany Pollard, who used to be New York, they linked up in Los Angeles, and they put like a little teaser up because I guess they had an appearance together. And I'm going to show you the video, and then I'm going to be right back.
Look, y'all. Wait a minute, wait. Is you live?
We live!
Is you live, whore?
How we live?
Whore, is you live? Yeah! Right, they got
them two has the blogs like speculating and wondering if Tiffany Pollard will be the new judge on the Queen's Court. Now, I know Tiffany's track record, and I know she could read a bitch. So I think that she will be a good addition to the Queen's Court. Of course, she is not going to be a Kaya. Kaya is her own person. She's in her own lane. And a lot of times, Kaya hit too below the belt for my taste. But if they are going to have the show go on and they are going to have a replacement, I think that Tiffany Pollard would make a good replacement for the show. What do you guys think, though? Those of you who know who Tiffany Pollard is, aka New York, you know, what do you think about her being the new host or judge or whatever you want to call it on the Queen's Court? Do you think that she would make a good addition to the show? I think she would, but I want to know what you guys think. Let's talk about it in the comments. All right, guys, that's
Okay, so that was one video. Then the very next week, I promoted your raggedy ass again and told people how funny you were. I told people how much I enjoyed your raggedy ass show. Your show wasn't raggedy, but you're trash, TS, period. And I don't like you no more because I have respect for you. And that's the problem that I have, period. You're trash.
For most of the day. Okay, so today was a really, really rough day for me. Somebody who I hold very near and dear to my heart passed away today, and I was down for most of the day. It was like 30 minutes past the Queen's Court, airing, and I remembered, I'm like, oh wait, the Queen's Court is airing. Let me see what's going on this week on the Queen's Court. And when I tell you, my spirits immediately lifted up. I laughed the whole way through, and it was definitely the laugh that, you know, I needed to kind of cheer me up and brighten up my very sad day. So I decided, you know, I covered it last week, and despite the tragedy that happened, I'm going to cover it again. So let's get into it. So I posted on my channel about Tiffany Pollard possibly being a judge on the Queen's Supreme Court. And honey, this week she definitely came through. I turned on the show about 30 minutes in, and I could not stop watching. It was laughs from start to finish. And like I said, I definitely needed a laugh. I needed a pick-me-up. I told y'all when I covered this last week, I had faith that things would get better. I knew that, you know, it was the first show last week. She was going to iron out the kinks, and she was going to come back and deliver. And boy, did T.S. Madison come back and deliver.
Let me tell y'all motherfuckers one thing.
That's right. Oh, God.
When you get to this level of the game, you need not an introduction. But I will give y'all thirsty ass dehydrated bitches one anyway.
Tiffany Pollard was the ultimate guest judge. Like, I don't even think that she needs to, you know, battle any more judges. I think that Tiffany Pollard is the perfect fit for the Queen's Court, hands down. I mean, will it be a challenge being that Tiffany Pollard is located in Los Angeles and T.S. Madison is located in Atlanta? I think that might be a little bit of an issue, so I don't know if she would be able to fully commit to every single Monday. But if they could work that out, she will be the perfect addition to the Queen's Court. Talked about this. I talked to...
Okay, and then in the Kaya situation, everybody was trashing your ass because you went and you swooped in and you brought the you know, the rights to the name and the trademark and everything, and I defended you and I had your back in that because I felt like, you know, well, if she don't do the business, then somebody else gonna do the business, and I always was kind of like a positive voice for you, and it's like, for you to come and turn it into, oh, you're only speaking because you don't like me and you don't like trans people, and you tried to put that label on me, and a bunch of motherfuckers who ain't gonna do the research came and tried to twist it. That's the problem I have with you, because you know damn well that wasn't the issue. You have a problem with women. I don't have a problem with you. I bigged you up. It's you who have a problem with women. You have an issue with bitches like me. You do. I don't got a problem with bitches like you, because clearly, like I just showed you, I've always bigged your ass up. But it's you, bitch, that got a problem with bitches like me. And just like when you went on Tasha K's show, you still didn't have that same energy for Armand. And you still don't never have that energy for men. Never. Because you are the one that got a problem. You got a problem with a bitch like me. You do. So get it fucking straight. And all of y'all that's talking, get it fucking straight.
This shit to be under her nose. We said.
Okay, so as you can see, T.S. Madison definitely showed receipts on how she put up the money. And in Kaya's video, when she was talking about it, she kind of bragged like, I don't care if you bought the college graduation robes. I don't care if you bought the props. I don't care if you bought this. So she's blatantly saying like, yes, I allowed this woman to pay for everything, but now all of a sudden I want to reap all the benefits and I want to get all the money from it. I mean, in my opinion, I don't think that's right, because if you want to take your situation to the next level, you have to, number one, invest in it. You have to put money into it, and you also have to secure copyrights, trademarks, licensing. You have to do those things so people cannot take your idea, your situation from you. Now, had T.S. Madison not secured these copyrights and trademarks, somebody else could have very well done it. Just like T.S. Madison said, anybody could have done it. If you do not, like when you put in for a business license or anything like that, you have to put it in the newspaper. You have to secure it. You have to make sure nobody else has the same name, because just because you thought of the Queen's Court doesn't mean that someone could have never even heard of you before. They could have decided, oh, I'm going to do the Queen's Court. And sometimes people have similar ideas. Things like queen, calling women queens, that's kind of like something that a lot of people are doing nowadays. So for somebody else to think of, oh, I'm going to have the Queen's Court, that's not too far-fetched that somebody else comes up with the same idea and never even they could have never even heard of you. Not saying in this case with T.S. Madison, because clearly they joined in to do it together. But what I'm saying is
Hold up. Somebody said screen record this because she not gonna keep it up. Bitch, my video is gonna stay up. What the fuck you mean I'm not gonna keep it up? That's what I be saying. Y'all be saying stuff like what? Like I'm not gonna keep it up because why? Why wouldn't I keep it up? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I keep it up? That's what I'm saying. Y'all try to turn around and say that me dropping a tear was because I was scared. I'm not scared of no butt fucking body. I was mad. I was angry. Fuck you mean? Oh, screen record this because she not going to keep it up. Bitch, are you stupid? Are you dumb? Are you dumb? Anyways, so let me go to the last video. I'll show y'all one more video. Where I gave this whole mad props and she going to try to spin it like I hate trans people and I don't like trans and I don't like gay people and I don't like this and that, when I've always promoted this motherfucker on my platform, always bigged you up on my platform, and then you try to spin it like I'm trying to tarnish your name when I know you didn't come up with the word fish. I know that you didn't call me a fish. You were talking about women. I'm a woman. That was a term directed towards me. You didn't call it to me specifically, but you said it is a term for women. I'm a woman. I don't like it. And that's what I said. I don't like the term. I didn't tear you down. I didn't call you trash. I didn't come for your character. I said, this is a word that the gay community uses. And it was a wider subject on the whole community as far as a word that they use, the community uses, that you guys use, not just you, T.S. It wasn't a let's all congregate and gang up on T.S. Madison. It was, hey, this is a word that the LGBT community uses to us, and I don't like that word. And it was the simple fact that I simply said I don't like the word, and you twisted it to turn it into a hate thing, like I hate you. You twisted it and you turned it into a thing, and it's like I don't hate you, and you can clearly see in these videos I don't hate you. But bitch, we clearly see you hate us. We clearly see that you hate us. And if y'all don't see that, you motherfucking blind. Period. Period. And I seen all the snakes in the chats. I seen you motherfuckers that be on my page. And I seen y'all go into other motherfuckers' pages. I seen bloggers like Kinga Reads all in the comments. I seen all y'all motherfuckers. But get the story straight, though, if you're going to talk. Because I don't care about a bitch talking about me. I don't care about what nobody got to say about me. Because y'all was trying to make it seem like, oh, she can't take nobody saying something about her. I don't care what you say about me, but just talking facts. Don't twist it. Don't turn it into a hate thing when I don't hate you and I've always bigged you up. Don't turn it into homophobia when I clearly had two transgender women to be a fucking voice. I let two trans women be a voice for you so that it would be fair and it would be balanced. And I let other people of the community speak so that it would be fair. Period. And shout out to Heidi. Shout out to Heidi Fly. I seen you, girl. And it's not about somebody having my back, but it's about somebody speaking about the narrative correctly. And Sean Davy Way, shout out to you again. It's not about a person having my back, but it's about motherfuckers understanding how this situation happened and speaking facts according to the timeline and speaking facts according to what happened. So shout out to Heidi and shout out to Sean Davy Way, because I seen you guys and you guys were like some of the people that, like, it was the very few people that had the timeline of events correct and spoke about it correctly. So shout out to y'all. Okay, so this is the last video. This is another video, and I'll skip through this video.
The show, it definitely brings up the quality of the show. The audio wasn't that good. Like, I had to keep, if they throw in a wild card, like a super duper wild card, I think that would spice things up and bring the show to where it needs to be. Okay, so aside from me not liking Little Mo particularly for this Queen's Court dynamic, I will say I do like the upgrades that T.S. Madison made to the show as far as importing clips streamlessly. I think that was super dope, and that was pretty much what she was aiming for when Monique was a guest on the show. And I believe that it's probably the same software. I'm just gonna take an educated guess, but I do like the fact that in order for her to show clips that she's talking about, she can just input them and stream them into the live seamlessly without her having to hold up something to where we could barely see it. I think that was a definitely good addition to the show. It definitely brings up the...
So y'all get my motherfucking point. So my point in showing you these is when you are speaking and y'all trying to make it seem like it's a hate for her or I hate T.S. Madison, input the real. That I've always bigged that motherfucker up. And I've always championed you. Always. Period. And, you know, that's my main issue. Now, when it comes to the podcast of the situation, you guys are not me. So clearly you're not privy to me peeping game. I peeped game from the start. From the start, I knew that I was talked about already. I knew that. I knew that she already responded to me. I knew that it was already known that, you know, we had a communication on Instagram. So when the start of the podcast comes up and it starts in that tone, oh, okay, I see what type of time we on. That's what it was. It was not a person can't talk about me. It was, all right, I peep game. I see what type of time we on. I see what this is. I see what this is. That's what it was. And people are like, oh, well, they didn't mention you. They don't, a bitch don't got to mention your name for you to know they talking about you. It's how many times people throw up stuff and you're talking about somebody, but you don't mention their name, but they know who you're talking about. I know when I'm being talked about. Period. So, so that's that. So, and then in part two of the podcast, of this podcast that was streaming, T.S. Madison said to Storm, she said, oh, but you like her, right? Oh, this girl, this thing, or this, blah, blah. You like her, right? And then Storm, he said, yeah, you know, yeah, I think she's pretty or she's something like that. And so clearly I was a big conversation before the shit start rolling. I'm not just making up shit in my head. This isn't something where I'm making up shit in my head. So when I seen it, I'm like, oh, okay, all right, for sure. All right, heard you. When I got on my live, it was not my intention to cry. That was a raw emotion because us females, women, you know, when you get so passionate about something, you can get so passionate to the point where you're agitated with something, and you can get so frustrated as a woman where you can drop a tear. But it wasn't a tear for sympathy. It wasn't a tear to be a victim. It was not a tear to say, I can't go toe-to-toe with you because, bitch, I go toe-to-toe with you any day. It was a tear of frustration because I had more respect from you than that. I think lesser of other people. So I expect lesser from other people. It was the fact that I had more respect from you than that. So for you to twist it when I've had respect for you, that was my issue. Okay? So I just wanted to come on here and let some shit be clear. I don't like the word fish. I don't care. It came from ballroom slang. I don't give a fuck where it came from. I don't care what the meaning was meant to be. It is a word that I don't like, and I don't want to be referred to as a fish as a woman. And to disregard how women feel and just say, oh, well, we've been using it. Okay, well, when we've been doing something, when we've been not accepting inclusivity, don't have a problem with it. We've been not showing gay people on TV, so let's keep not showing gay people on TV. Should we keep doing that? No, you want to be included. You want it for you. You want it for you. But if we say, hey, I don't really like this, or I ain't really feeling that. Oh, it's oh well. Okay, so let's say oh well and say, okay, well, we've been having heterosexual people on TV. It's been that way. We've been having heterosexual people on TV, and that's just how it is. No, bitch, this is the real world. There are gay people, there's straight people, there's trans people. So we should all be reflected on television. So guess what? Let's change that, because that's fucked up, because there's more than just heterosexual people. There are couples that are gay. There are people who feel this way. Let's have inclusivity. So to say that I can't, oh, well, it's been that way. Oh, that's how you feel? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Heard you. And that was my sentiment. There's a lot of hypocrisy. There's a lot of hypocritical behavior that I don't think is cool. I don't think it's cute. And I don't fuck with that shit at all. When I'm a person, I'm speaking about me. I give respect. So to turn it and change it and flip it, that shit right there, I don't respect. I don't like it. And so when you talk about, oh, she's crying and she's trying to sell her pajamas. Yeah, bitch, go buy my pajamas. You can find my pajamas at neekatnight.com, and I will have more in stock for you soon, okay? So go to neekatnight.com, and yes, bitch, buy my pajamas, because they even come in your size, ho. I got pajamas for you too, bitch. Oh, you thought because I was small, I didn't have them in your size, and so you felt away? I got them in your size too, bitch. So yes, go buy my motherfucking pajamas. Trying to make it seem like I'm sitting here, oh my God. Bitch, that wasn't what the tear was. The tear was anger. The tear was, bitch, I'll square up with you because you got me fucked up. That was what the tear was. Not a, oh my God, I'm counting. No. So get the shit straight. And bitch, go buy some pajamas. Yes. So, neekatnight.com. neekatnight.com, spelled just like my channel. You can get you some motherfucking pajamas. Okay? And that's all I got to say on that. I'm not going to be taking calls because I don't even feel like, the energy. I don't even feel like that. And, I will address the Tasha K thing real quick before I go. Like I said yesterday, I'm not here to beef with Tasha K. I wasn't here to start no beef or try to be beefing with her at all. I wasn't trying to start no beef with T.S. Madison at all. That wasn't my intention because I don't need to beef for views. I'm fine with floating how I am. I'm fine with the slow climb. I'm not trying to race for the top, bitch. I've been in the industry on and off of YouTube. People think that just because you're on YouTube, a platform that you also use, T.S. Madison. I hate when people be on YouTube and then they try to down a YouTuber. You are on YouTube getting a check off YouTube too. So you think that you're the only person that's getting money off of YouTube? No, bitch, we all hustling. You ain't the only hustler. Fuck you talking about. But anyways, when it came to the whole Tasha K thing, my intention wasn't to beef with Tasha K. My intention wasn't to make Tasha K be a villain in that at all. And that was not my regard at all. I just got so passionate because I felt like it was purposeful and intentional the way that Tasha K disregarded and invalidated the thing just to co-sign T.S. Madison. And I'm like, damn, I don't expect you to agree with me, because she don't have to. If she want to be called fish, she can. But the way she was like, oh, well, only insecure people got a problem with it. I felt like that was a direct attack on me. And I felt like that was a direct, jab at me. And I'm like, damn, that's kind of fucked up, because I don't think that you have to agree with me, because you don't. You could be called whatever you want to be called. But to try to act like just because I don't like it, it's the insecurity, I felt like that was fucked up. And that's just what it was. And it wasn't to try to make her a villain, because she could have just did it unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't, I'm not trying to paint anybody as a villain. I'm not trying to beef with anybody. I'm not trying to, be malicious about none of this shit. I just felt like, I'm like, damn, like as a woman, okay, I felt disrespected publicly. So I'm just addressing like, damn, this is how I felt publicly. You know what I mean? And when I rapped, during my live, I had turned off my phone because I didn't want to be interrupted. I didn't want to be sidetracked or whatever. So when I got off live, I turned my phone on, and I started getting texts. Like my phone started blowing up, like because I had turned my phone on. And so, I had a text from Tasha. I had a text from different people like, oh my God, are you okay? And it's like, damn, I'm good. I'm fine. I could hold my own. And I did talk to Tasha, and she was like, she felt a way about it, because it's like, I've already had this situation happen. Like, if this happened with you, like, it just paints me this way, da da da. And I'm like, I understand that, but I also I just want you to understand, as a woman, I felt disrespected, and I felt like it was purposeful, and I felt like it was intentional, and I felt like it was fucked up. And she was like, she felt like I was saying that she was jealous of me. And I was like, I never said that you was jealous of me. One of my callers said that. And then people started spinning that narrative around as if I said that Tasha was jealous of me. I never said that. If somebody say something and I'm like, that's just me engaging the conversation, saying that I heard them. But I'm not saying that she's jealous of me. I don't feel like she's jealous of me. And I said, if that came off like I'm saying that you're jealous of me, I'm a real woman. As a real woman, I can apologize and say that, because I didn't mean that. And I look back and I never said that. So, that's that. And so I wasn't trying to tarnish her image. I wasn't trying to taint, or make her the villain or anything like that. I was simply saying, hey, I feel like this was purposeful. I feel like it was intentional. And I just didn't like the way it went, because it was made to be a thing where it's like, I'm trying to create a narrative. I'm trying to create something off of her. And it was just simply a balanced discussion that I was trying to have, that I've always had. If anybody is on my platform, I have balanced conversations all the time. So anytime I have a discussion, I have, if I'm talking about the LGBT community, I have people in the LGBT community speak. And I have balance where it's a heterosexual woman, heterosexual man, a LGBT man, a trans woman. So we can have balanced conversations on my platform. And that's all it has ever been. So when I see it try to be flipped, I'm like, nah, I'm fucking with that. I don't fuck with that. And I felt disrespected in that regard. Okay. Um, but that's that on that. Somebody said you're fake, bitch. Get off my page then. Get your ass off my fake ass page, bitch. Cause I'm probably one of the realest people you'll ever come across. Period. Um, period. Fuck. Yeah. Okay. I'll be fake. Okay. I'll be fake. I'm telling you exactly how I feel. I'm telling you exactly my intention. I'm telling you exactly what the fuck problem I had, but I'm being fake. And I'm telling you exactly what the fuck is up. Fuck you talking about? Get the fuck out of here. Like, get the fuck out of here. Like, the fuck are you talking about? You said allow calls. I don't want to be here all day. I don't want to be here all day. I don't want to drag this. I don't want to drag this more than it gotta be, but I just want it to be clear because there's a lot of false things being said that are not true. There are a lot of narratives being spun that are not true. So I wanted to add truth to the conversation. So if we're gonna talk, I don't care who talks about me, but I want truth to be added in the conversation. Don't try to make me out to be this trans person hater. Don't try to make me be out to be this person that, somebody said take 3 calls and end it. Okay. All right. Hold on 1 second. All right. Somebody said Neek let it go. She ain't even watching. Oh, trust me, baby. Everybody that I'm talking about is watching. Just don't think because a person ain't typing in the chat they're not watching. Clearly, TS watched from start to motherfucking finish. TS watched, period. So don't think just because a person ain't typing in the chat that they're not watching. They're watching, and they're hearing me. Heard me. Hold on. All right, so I open it up for 3 calls. I don't want to drag this, like I said. I don't want to be here all day. But I open it up for 3 calls, and then that'll be that. That'll be that. Hold up. All right. Let me put the number on the screen. Let me put the number on the screen. Hold up. All right, so this is the call-in number right here. 605 468 8756. The access code is 284 538. Okay, so that's the calling number. If nobody gonna call in, then I'm gonna wrap it. Somebody said, I told you on the last video you were wrong. You were losing this. You attacked a group of people over a word you chose to be offended by. Giovanni, listen, okay? I'm sure you're a part of the gay community, but there was no attack on the gay community by saying I don't want to be called a word. That's not attacking a community. That's me saying as a woman, I don't want to be called this. That's not attacking a community. And that's the problem. You guys take everything in
All
your
participants
community
are muted
as
and they
an
can unmute
attack.
themselves.
That's not an attack. That's me saying you guys use a word that I think is kind of offensive. How is that an attack on a community? You see the hypocrisy? Oh, you're gonna lose on this one. Oh, why? Because the gay community comes and bullies and everybody is scared to talk. I'm gonna lose because people tiptoe around their opinions when it's not even disrespect. I'm not even disrespecting you, and you're taking me saying I don't want to be called something as an attack. I'm never gonna lose, baby, because my voice has been heard, and how I feel about it is clear. 901, hello.
Hey, Nick, how are you?
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, yes, you can hear me. Okay. First of all, I just want to say to all of the women, biological women, we really need to stop supporting our own demise. Maybe not every transgender, but by and large, these people are not our friends. Every time I hear some type of comment from the transgender women, it's always something demeaning, and you can't go against them. Just like you were being respectful, you had transgenders to come and speak on the platform when you did the live. You know, I watched that. You didn't say anything. You didn't acknowledge any super chats or any comments that were disrespectful. You know, you didn't say anything like that. You just had a clear and open, peaceful platform for them to speak. But you can't have a difference of opinion with this community. You either agree with everything that they say or you're the enemy. There's no room for a difference of opinion. There should be no problem with a biological woman saying, we don't like being called fish. I don't like it. Clearly a host of other biological women agree with you. That shouldn't have been a problem. It should have just been like, oh, okay, they don't like that. And that should have been it. How are you, somebody who's not even a real woman, going to come for a real woman and tell us how we should feel? That's ridiculous. That don't make any sense. As far as the whole Tasha K and T.S. Madison thing, I do believe that Tasha K knew what she was doing, period. I've been watching her for a minute. And I saw the Lovely Tea fall out. I saw the Daytime Tea Time fall out. And now with you. So, I mean, if it cannot be that everybody is just ganging up on her. That's not the type. She puts things in motions and gets the wheels turning and then tries to act like you don't have anything to do with her or she didn't know what was going on. And that's some bullshit. I don't think you should let either one of these folks get to you. Continue to do what you're doing. I'm finna go get my pajamas right now.
All right. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care.
410, hello. 410, hello.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
I'm like this. I love you, Meek. Like, I really, really do. And if anything, it should be twisted. They are the fish. They are the catfish. We are real women. They are trying to be something that they are not. And I just rest my case on that. I don't like the word. I think it's derogatory. And you have every right to feel the way that you feel. Because most of us biological women feel the same damn way. They are the catfish. We not. And that's all I got to say.
All right. Thank you so much for calling in. 318, hello.
Hey, Nick, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's my take on the whole situation. I watched the entire thing play out last night, and I believe what you said. They had already had a conversation about you. So this is where your outrage is coming from, because Tasha K is very problematic, and she wanted the drama. She wanted to get back at you. That was pretty obvious. That's how she works. You know, she likes to bring people on and talk about controversial situations, especially when she's not trending. So you have every right to feel how you feel. If you don't want to be called a fish, you don't have to be called a fish. And T.S. is not a natural woman. Now, let's talk about how Tasha went in with a homophobic rant last night. Nobody's talking about this. Nobody's talking about how on the Wiley show, how she said that T.S. has to put on makeup, wigs, and nobody should ever be offended about a woman who wants to be a man. If that was a homophobic, I don't know what to tell you because we already know that the community is very defensive when it comes to stuff like that. Now, who's gonna put that on their platform about how she went in on Wiley's show? She was very homophobic. It was almost like she had an attitude with TS the way she talked about how they have to put on wigs and etc. Moving right along, I want to talk about TS in this situation in the bathroom, where she also spoke about on the Tasha K podcast show with Storm, who got drugged to the max by Armand. First of all, T.S., you are not a natural woman. So you have no business being in the bathroom. I don't care if they had pads hanging from the ceiling. You're a man. You don't have a uterus. You will never have a uterus. Stay in your place. And that's not the woman's bathroom. I want to see what people have to say about the homophobic rant that Tasha K went on last night on the Wiley show. Why I sit in my niece at night pajamas. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling in. All right, 216, hello? 216. All right. 857, hello? 857. All right, 251.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, hello?
Hey, Meek.
Hey.
Hey, I wanted to call in because I felt like the whole situation with not wanting to be called fish, just respect it. Like, you all force us to respect the things that you want us to respect, but then when we finally speak up and say, hey, we don't like this, then it's a problem. And I kind of felt a sort of way last night when I was talking to Storm and his guest, and I felt like, dang, people real shady. Don't kiki. I feel like it's two-faced to sit up and kiki with somebody when they are talking about somebody you're supposed to be cool with. And I know that you don't have friends on the internet. I get that. But I felt like you were really hurt because there was a level of respect you thought that you and Tasha had, that you and, other people had, and they used that to try and harm you with it. That's really, really messed up. And Madison always comes for black women when they want to defend themselves or they have a correction or a criticism of her, then all of a sudden she's doing videos. She did it with Kaya. She did it with other women that were on the show, you included. And I'm like you. I don't see the same energy with men. I didn't see her make a whole video about Gio. I didn't see her make a whole video about any of the other men that she had a problem with. And I just feel like it's hypocritical for the gay community to say, oh, well, we've been using it for years, so we just going to keep on using it. What if we had said that about sissy or punk or faggot? What if we would have just said, oh, well, we're going to use it anyway, and if you don't like it, be gone. Like, that's hypocritical. You can't do that. We need to have respect on both sides, period. And I love you, and I was glad that you kind of like took a pause yesterday and didn't say anything else because it's not worth the energy.
Yeah,
like, it
was just too much.
You know what I'm saying? And so I respect the fact that you want to move on, and then we just don't talk about this no more. It is what it is. You said what you had to say. You let us respond, and so it's just time to move on.
Right. All right, thank you for calling in.
Thank you, Nick.
All right. 507, hello?
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Can you hear me, Nick?
Yes. Talk up a little bit more, though. Talk up a little louder.
Okay. Can you hear me better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so yeah, it's me, Sean everywhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
hey.
I just want to say, hey, I love you. I was just annoyed with the narrative everybody was trying to push and make it seem like you're a victim. It's like, no, she's not a victim, and she doesn't even want to be looked at as that way. So it's just like, if you pay attention to what she's saying, she's just stating her opinion. Me, as you saying what you're saying, Nika Knight said that she does not like the term. That's all she's saying. It's just an opinion. Like that's it, just a general opinion. Now, I don't like that TS called me a fish. I don't like that. No, it wasn't anything like that. It was just, I don't like that word. I don't like it. Don't call me that. If that's what y'all call people, that's how y'all rock, that's cool. But when it comes to me, Neek, don't call me that. I don't like that. I don't care what way it's in. I don't like the word. I don't like what it represents. Don't call me it in the story. So that went to, oh, she's trying to weaponize it and what? No, it's just a goddamn opinion. Like that's it. Her opinion is not her trying to victimize herself. So that's super annoying. And the
Right.
main
That
reason
got me
Tasha
so
K,
mad. Like they were trying to make it seem like
yeah,
I'm trying to weaponize it. I'm trying to come against her and I'm trying to, make people. I'm like, it's a word that not just her uses. It was just period in the community. Don't refer to us women as that. Like, and she tried to make it seem like it was a full on attack on trying to take her down. And I'm like, what?
you're right. And I'm right there with you. But I think it's the opposite when it comes to Tasha K. Tasha K, I feel, look, I've said many times, I don't feel that she likes you. But the reason I feel that she's coming after you is because Jason Lee and Storm Monroe, she divides and conquers anybody, especially a female YouTuber that tries to get close to Storm. Storm always in people chat, trying to get clout, trying to take subscribers. And then as soon as Tasha says, hey, no, I don't want you doing that, it's time to jump Storm because everybody knows that's his massa. So when she says jump, Storm says how high. So it's no different thing. People say that she's the queen of manipulation. I don't think so. I think that Tasha K is the queen of deflecting. Because when it came to Jason Lee calling her whole baby a goddamn gremlin, she deflected once again and pushed it toward the Storm and made Storm do interviews. And then Jason Lee came forward and he shouted you out, he shouted out Nika Knight, and he shouted out Lovely T. That instantly put targets on you and Lovely T's back when it comes to
Yeah.
Tasha K.
And Jason
Because
Lee was being messy with that. He was being messy.
he
Like,
was. He was,
yeah, he
and it
was
was
being messy
deliberate.
with
He
that.
was doing that on purpose. He was
Yeah,
trying
that
to,
was there.
no
That was
different than
very
what Tasha did.
purposeful and very like. I
Exactly.
looked at that. I'm like, wait, what? Why did he mention me? Like, I was like, what the
Right,
hell?
why you say my name? Right. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm right there. I'm like, oh, he's
cause
trying
it
to
made
stir
it
up some
seem like
mess.
I'm
And
teaming up with him or something. I'm like, I ain't never talked to that
yeah,
man.
yeah. Inviting you and Lovely T places, or I'm having this event, and I would love for Neek and Lovely T to come down. I'm just like, okay, now you know Tasha's about to gun for them. Like, especially Neek. Like, she's definitely going to come for her now because now you just solidified her and made Neek bigger on Tasha's radar. Because at first I don't feel like you were really on her radar. And then when Jason came forward and said that, instantly she used it as a way to deflect. That's why she put that post up on Instagram talking about free content and all of that and how she was about to stir stuff up. She brought TS on there to bring up that situation to weaponize it against you. She wanted to make you look bad. She wanted to make people come for you. Tasha cannot roast. Tasha can't do what TS does. That's why she used TS as like an attack dog. Like that's exactly what she did. I'm gonna hype her ass up. I'm gonna make the situation bigger than what it is, and I'm gonna make everybody gun for Neek. And that's exactly what she did. She used them to attack you because she didn't want to do it. So it makes her look better if other people do it because she can easily remove herself from the responsibility. Like, I didn't say that. TS said that. I didn't say that. Storm said that. No, you put them here to push a narrative. That's exactly what you did because you don't like Neek. Neek is your competition. You don't like that Jason said her name. You don't like that. Jason has notoriety that you're trying to get to. And instead of him coming forward and disrespecting other YouTubers, he just disrespects you. So now I have to push this narrative because Tasha was the content. Gremlin Gate was popular. That shit never went viral. So I got to get this off of me because she can't handle that type of pressure. She's not used to the pinpoint being right on her. And Storm does not have that type of energy. Storm is too neutral. Storm is fake. He will sit and smile and kiki with people until he gets what he wants. He did the same thing to Wiley. He did the same thing to Jennifer. All these other platforms that he goes to. He wheedles his way in, and then as soon as he gets in and he gets too close, the same thing happened with Sunny TV. He came over, him and Sonny were doing lives together, all of that stuff, and then boom, Tasha comes in one of the lives. Oh, they over here saying this and that about you over there, and then they were just done with one another. Sunny TV and Storm Monroe, because that's what Tasha does: divide and conquer. She doesn't want anybody getting close to Storm. Storm has been in your chat. You and Storm have spoke. You and Storm are cool from what it looked like. But for him to let all of this stuff go on and be a part of it, how does that make it seem that y'all two are cool? So in my eyes, I feel that Storm doesn't like you now either, because now Tasha definitely has a bullseye on you. So Storm's not allowed to be cool with you anymore. So that's what I wanted to get out and let people know, like, that's why Tasha is coming at Neek. She is pushing it because you making fish a topic has become viral. Like it's a big deal now. Before you, it wasn't that big of a deal. Now it's huge because Tasha used you to push a narrative. Exactly what she did, and now it's viral. Now Gremlin Gate ain't being talked about. Now the bullseye isn't necessarily on her; it's more so on TS. So Tasha gets to go around and look. I didn't do nothing. I just went on a podcast, but you pushed that fish topic. TS did not bring that up. You did, and you did it deliberately to go at Nick because you knew whatever TS said, Nick was not going to like. You knew that. So that would make Nick respond, and Nick did. So that made TS once again come as an attack dog and try and come for Nick, while Tasha just sits back with her arms crossed. So that's all I wanted to say. I love you, Nick. Keep doing you. Don't let these people vex your spirit. Just take, like you said, get some rest and just keep doing you. You don't need anybody to get to where you're getting to. You were already on your way. So I love you. Keep doing what you're doing.
All right. Thank you for chiming in.
No problem.
All right. I will say I don't think that Tasha's jealous of me. Like I said, I'm woman enough to say that I don't think that she's jealous of me. I don't know if she, I mean, of course, like we're in the same space, so it is competition. But I don't think that she's jealous of me or anything like that. And it wasn't a situation, like I said, of me trying to be beefing or whatever. Somebody said Neek is a crybaby, period. Yeah, well, keep watching my crybaby ass, okay? And tune in for the next time that I might drop a tear, okay? Keep watching my crybaby ass. But when you talk about my crybaby ass, talk about it with facts, okay? Talk about it with facts and truth, okay? That's all I want to say about that. But like I was saying, I don't know what I was saying now because they done got me sidetracked. But anyways, that's that on that. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for watching. And when you talk about me, I don't care about who talks about me. I don't care about none of that at all. Just make sure when you're talking about me, talk about me with facts. Don't try to twist the narrative into this, oh, she hates people in the LGBT community. She hates transgender people. No, talk about facts. Also talk about all the times that I big T.S. Madison up. Talk about all the times where I've promoted her show and wanted greatness for her. Talk about that as well. And go buy my motherfucking pajamas. It's at neekatnight.com. On that note, I'm out.